this World Spirituality Festival at Heartfulness Institute. The world is going through a major crisis with more than 300 million people across the world experiencing stress and depression symptoms, more than 3 million people experiencing addictions due to alcohol, a billion people across the world experiencing addictions due to cigarettes, and overall, the climate change is looming large. And over the last 120 years, the overall carbon dioxide content has grown by more than 20 times. We are faced with a situation where the internal turmoil of all the souls within this world is affecting people externally and affecting the world. Spirituality is that element which connects all of us together on one platform. And therefore, the internal conflict is caused by 8 things. First, our identity with the body. The body is young, old, healthy. Second, our identity with respect to our husband or wife. Third, the identity with respect to our children. Fourth, the identity with respect to our home. Fifth, identity with respect to our vehicles. Sixth is identity with respect to our wealth. Seventh is our identity with respect to social status. And eighth is our identity with respect to our influence or career. And so the Bhagavad Puran describes all of these internal conflicts beautifully in a very simple shloka saying, Atmajaya sutagara pashudravina bandhushu rajyecha vikale nityam virudham mamatam jaho. And therefore, all of us are experiencing problems and challenges because of misidentifying with these 8. And as these identities change constantly, it imposes great degree of fear upon all of us, and fear is caused by change. The only cause of fear in this world, as described in the Gita, is change. And the change we are talking about is the change in all these identities. When I was studying in IIT, at that time when I was in my last year, one of my friends tried to commit suicide. And when I approached him and said, why did you try to commit suicide? He said, every exam I was getting the gold medal, but in this exam I got the silver medal. I could not adjust to the change in that identity. I got so traumatized, I tried to commit suicide. In the same exam, 4 or 5 of my other friends failed in 4 or 5 subjects, but they were moving around the campus peacefully, blissfully, as if nothing happened. I approached them and said, you have failed in 4 or 5 subjects. Still, you are not feeling any shame. You are moving around the campus peacefully. How is that? What is your philosophy in life? And they said, our philosophy is simple. College में घुसना अपना काम है, निकालना college का काम है. So we realized that stress is caused due to the gap between expectation and reality. And so the Gita explains, if we commit to nothing, then we are distracted by everything. Don't compare yourself with others. Only compare yourself with what you were yesterday and your own self. Happiness is not about accumulating things, but happiness is about minimizing your attachments. Tolerance is to give up the war on reality, and discipline is the fusion of intention with action. Here, all of us are assembled to understand that yes, as a global family, we have to attract people to come to spiritual places to learn how they can convert their home into temple. And therefore, we want in every home people practicing spirituality. Otherwise, family as an institution is going to break down. Goldman Sachs came with a report that between 2015 to 2025, the infrastructure investment required in India would be up to $1.3 trillion. And they said out of that, $800 billion would come from family savings. And if there is no family feeling, there will not be any family saving. And to create family feeling, one has to have a spiritual bonding between members of the family. I was giving a lecture in United States, and one student came up to me and started speaking in Hindi. I looked at him and said, "You look American, you speak Hindi." "Yes," he said, "I was growing up in a wealthy family, but when I was 17, I told my dad, 'You gave me everything in life except experience of family, because when I was 2 years old, you were divorced. I want to experience what is family, what is the affectionate bond between family members.'" His father said, "I can't give you that experience." Today, Luxembourg has a divorce rate of 88%, Spain has a divorce rate of 65%, France has a divorce rate of 55%, Russia has a divorce rate of 51%, America has a divorce rate of 46%, global divorce rate is 44%. India still has the lowest divorce rate at only 1%. And so his father said, "Go to India." He flew into India, came to a city, saw the sign, "Paying guest available." He approached that family and said, "Allow me to live in your family as a paying guest for 2 years only. I just want to experience the close-knit bond between family members, observing festivals, having food together. If you allow me to live in your house for 2 years only, every month I will give a monthly rent of 1 lakh rupees every month." That family said, "Why 2 years? Stay whole life." And they said, "If you have other friends also who want to experience, call them also." We underestimate the power of family, and families can only be sustained if everyone comes together around a spiritual purpose, a family which prays together, stays together. And the Bhagavad Gita, the Srimad Bhagavad Puran, the Upanishads are all saying the same message, so that we can come together, explore, experience, and excavate the deep spiritual ecstasy within. I'm very honored to be in the midst of spiritual powerhouses here who come from different traditions, but we are all aligned and united around the same purpose, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Thank you all very much.